education is under attack.
Across the country, anxiety is growing as President Trump pushes to shut down the Department of Education.
I will sign an executive order to begin eliminating the Federal Department of Education once and for all.
It's particularly unsettling for parents of the 7.5 million special needs students nationwide, all who rely on the federal government to provide supplemental funds and oversight of how states and local school districts use those dollars to help educate children in need.
A lot of parents are scrambling right now to figure out where they stand. They're not really sure what's going to happen from here.
It's really scary for parents.
Nobody really knows how the dust is going to settle on this.
Trump recently announcing the DOE's special needs program would be moved to the Department of Health and Human Services, raising more concern because that department fired 10,000 workers.
Employees turned away, told they no longer had jobs.
New Jersey mom Megan Beerley's daughter is dyslexic.
Dismantling the oversight that oversees these things and provides protections for our children. It's really scary to just have that ripped out from under us.
Her family spent thousands of dollars putting her daughter through testing, then transferring her to 2 different private schools specializing in children with disabilities.
When I look at kind of this journey and the cost of it all, I'm not willing to let go of this and have another family have to follow it and endure what we have.
Texas mom Jasmine Dean agrees. She has 3 children with dyslexia and says none of her kids got the full support they needed from her school district, even after she filed a complaint through the DOE's Office of Civil Rights, a division swamped with 12,000 pending investigations into civil rights violations in schools, half of which involve students with disabilities. Dean filed a complaint against her school district for discrimination.
And here we are 3 years later, 4 years later, still waiting for the results.
Her son's education, she says, was always on the line.
He has not been served through public education.
Frustrated, Dean eventually taking matters into her own hands, opening a school for kids with dyslexia. Still, the school receives some financial support from the DOE.
We need more people focused on it, not less people.
Senator Chris Van Hollen from Maine is now calling on Congress to take action on education.
Moving the special education programs out of the Department of Education and into the Department of Health and Human Services undermines the entire purpose of the IDA program in special education, which is to make sure kids with disabilities have equal opportunities.
Acknowledging under the original law, the funding goals were never fully met. He wants Congress to recommit to the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act by reintroducing it as the IDEA Full Funding Act. But what happens while parents wait for Congress to do something?
It's not entirely clear how this effect is going to shake out in every school district.
Mike Hansen is with the Brookings Institution, a nonpartisan education think tank.
Despite the president's rhetoric about giving the power back to the states, it's actually always been in state and local government's hands. Whether or not they want to follow Trump's lead on some of these policies and executive orders, or versus whether they want to be a little bit more resistant to those orders, that's going to vary by different states.
I believe that there is a place for a Department of Education. I do believe that this is an opportunity to pivot and change.
Tonight, equal access to education for students with special needs facing a critical test. Rahima Ellis, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.